Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Silver Lantern Archives. Today, we continue on with A Tale of Shadow and Fire. Our party is still trapped in the dark, dealing with all kinds of issues. As for what issues, I'll let Timmy catch you up. Timmy, go ahead.
Well, as we left off last time, Eki had decided, you know what? Fuck all this. I need a walk because they have been dealing. They were dealing with all kinds of bullshit after coming to this world, and it's completely understandable. You know that they abuse people who abuse dogs, children getting abused. Now a revenant squirrel who has sworn vengeance on Tammerlan, soul vengeance. It's a lot. But not wanting Eki to be alone, Timmy went after them. They had a somewhat decent conversation about how everything's not too as awful as they might think, but I don't think Timmy got that point across at all. But we decided after a while to head back, only to keep traveling for a good few hours. Yeah. Turns out we couldn't get back to the group, and yeah, I did my best. After a while, Sil sent us a message asking, "Hey, are we?" Well, sent to me a message asking, "Hey, you good? What's going on?" And I of course replied, "I think we might be lost." So I guess they came after. They started walking after us, or no, they didn't. They decided to just rest until a little. What was it? A gopher? No,
Capybara.
a capybara. The most adorable of pig type creatures. They are technically swine. I think so. I'm pretty sure. But
They're actually
there's
rodents.
a door. Are they? Or am I oh, I'm thinking of tapir. I'm thinking of tapir. Anyway, so this adorable little capybara comes just waddling down the tunnel. And of course, Darian and Sil are just enchanted by the thing and start following it down the tunnel, only to find themselves now lost because now they can't get back. It turns out, as we learned from Tamlin's raccoon drug dealer, you can only go forward in this place. Literally, you can't go back. You can only go forward. It's a highway that only goes one direction. Doesn't matter what direction you go. Once you're in the highway, you only go forward. We eventually all learned this when we all caught up with each other, and now we're just heading down the highway of life together. We all had a long rest. We're well rested and good to go.
I mean, you lost Syl's entire thing in there, but close enough.
But
But
still do.
had a
The
breakdown and had one of their
Most
bonds
of our
shattered.
thing last, yeah, most of our session last session was pretty much about Syl's marriage bond breaking was like the whole
Oh
last
right,
session, and
fuck, I
something
forgot about that.
exploded in the woods. Like that was our whole session.
I completely forgot about that. Fuck. Yeah. Well, Steel's bonds, which is a marriage bond, snapped, and now we don't know what's gonna go wrong with her. I think she witnessed her children being attacked or something.
We are going to go ahead and take that hero point. We rejoin our party that night after Syl is still losing their absolute mind. Korvac has her restrained. But while that is going on, what's the party up to?
If I recall, Timmy is helping Corbeck restrain Sil.
Korvac's got her at the moment now that it's just her trying to get around and she's still exhausted. So she's not that hard to manhandle. So Timmy is free to work with the rest of the
Becky will hear in her head. So, so this is a result of a divorce, an elven divorce. I don't know. Wait, I don't know why I said elven, but some sort of some kind of divorce.
He's technically, as far as we know, an elf. Seki would just probably say out loud, no, um, normal divorce. It's the way they got married and the bond they made. It was a bad idea. And did we, I guess above table, did we see who came to talk to Darian? Did we all see that or just Darian?
Who came to talk to Darian?
Someone told Darian at the very end of last session the cliffhanger was the city hall or the city center, what the town hall, whatever
right.
it was, and the whisper was exploded.
No, that was telekinetic.
Oh right, we have to go
It's
into the Whispering Wood.
We don't know. Only Darian knows. So Eki, I didn't know if Darian looked weird or we saw anything or not. Or
You know, there's I always forget her name, the like caretaker essentially of the Whispering Wood.
I think it's Lyral.
That's the one, thank you.
Yeah, it's Lyral.
so, what Eki will respond to Timmy out loud. So I guess everyone just hears her saying that.
Oh, I'm glad. Stuff like this, I'm glad I'm not married.
Seems like
Oh,
a
yeah.
stupid idea. Did everyone sleep as much as they could, or does anyone need more sleep?
You'll have not finished y'all's long rest by this point. It's about halfway through
Oh.
the night.
Oh
So I
shit!
think
I probably
Eki is
had-
probably done, but
Eki would have
team-
finished hers because I think it happened halfway through.
Team, we might need to hold off on the rest of the rest. The rest of the rest.
Why? What's going on?
No,
I just had a message from the Whispering Wood. Something to do with Sill's marriage bond breaking might have done some damage to the town hall, so
Oh
I might
shit!
need to go check up on that.
Should we all go with you?
Darren's just gonna look around. Maybe one person. I don't particularly want to bring everyone with me, especially with the current situation, you know.
Wait.
only
Yeah,
yes,
you
sir.
think?
Since Eki can't hear you and Darian's just speaking out loud, Eki's just saying as I finished my rest.
But to be able to respond to Darian. Wait. You think it's a good idea to open a portal in a place that I'm pretty sure has magical fuckery going on with it? I mean, we can only go forward, so I don't know. I don't know if that's dimensional or just the vines moving around us.
With the current situation, I'm gonna just hope that it works and see what happens. Yeah, I don't know how bad it is there, so I kind of need to check.
Well, I'll go with you if you want. You might need some muscle. I think Korvac is kind of preoccupied.
Did you finish your rest earlier today?
Timmy has not
Did you
finished
rest
his rest.
above table? Yeah.
Eki,
I'm not
gonna
gonna
be
be able
the only one that's finished.
You stay here and rest. I believe Eki is kind of ready to go.
Sure. Yep, I'm good.
Timmy, look after Syl for me, will you?
Rest.
I'll watch over all of them, especially Tammerlan. Korvac's got Syl.
Yeah, true. All right, Eki, you ready?
Yes, I haven't walked in here with you yet, so okay. That left table, Eki's only seen this place open like one time. I think it was already open when she and Timmy saw it. I don't think they've ever entered it per se when it like been around for it opening. I don't think.
Oh, first time for everything. Just hold your breath.
Take a deep breath and hold it.
But yeah, we're gonna go check on the shenanigans in that place.
Alrighty. As y'all shift over, can I get a con save from Dear Eki?
Yeah. Probably.
You get
what the
my
fuck is
aura if
that?
that helps.
I don't have bless on, by the way. So that's 5.
When you get out,
Really bad
you
roll for that.
immediately start throwing up.
It's fair.
It is not a good feeling. But why are these not? Things are duplicating. That should not be. One moment, please. As you re-enter the Whispering Wood from the other side, Eki, you see a beautiful, almost elven-looking village. A lot of paper walls and green roofing. A lot of it looks abandoned and heavily damaged. You see massive holes inside some of these walls. But more worrisome, and around that is a large wild forest, but more concerningly, at the very end, way to your north, you can see smoke and fire.
This trip wasn't very fun, Darian. I threw up everywhere. Um, Much different to get up here from where I'm from than whatever we just did. It's on fire. So, point.
Yeah, it certainly seems to be that way, doesn't it? And don't worry about the vomit. The statues here will deal with that. Oh, bye, Abby.
She's currently back in Neverwinter, so.
Yeah. Do we have anybody left? We've got quite a few people here still, right?
Yes, and you can see them running around far to the north trying to put out the fires.
Hmm. I'm gonna send a message to everyone telekinetically. I was gonna say hi, gang. That's incredibly out of character. I've just arrived. I've heard there's a fire. I can see there's a fire. Is everyone okay? I'm on my way. And I'll
You
just run.
see Lyral just kind of appear next to you. Something has happened in one of your compatriots' lab. There was an explosion. It has set the town hall ablaze and done significant damage to the interior. No important areas were damaged, however, just the exterior.
Everyone here is okay.
Unknown. Avaris and the owl Hermes were both in the laboratory when it exploded. We have not managed to recover them as of yet, as we have not managed to get close enough.
Oh, great. Do we? I thought I knew what would have caused this explosion, but you said it came from the laboratory?
Indeed.
Do we know what was going on in there before the explosion?
I was not watching, no. I believe Miss Avaris and Hermes were having a conversation.
Oh, just as he gets better. Right, what can we do to help?
I think the best thing to do would be find a way to put out the fire. Those that are here in the city are attempting to use the water from the river to put out what they can.
Unfortunately, our nature cleric who can create water is out of commission at the moment. Eki, do you know any
He's getting a
water-based magic?
divorce.
Yeah.
I don't mess with water. I'm sorry. I mean, I touch water, but I don't move water. That's what you're asking.
If you are willing
And
to
on
sacrifice
my
your
list
magic.
of spells. Mhm.
Go ahead, Eki. Finish what you were saying.
She said, uh-huh.
If you finish... What was I saying? If you are willing to sacrifice your magic, you will be able to at least somewhat edit the area. You could bring a torrential downpour if you so wish.
Oh, that is handy. I don't know how it translates into spell points, but I have 4 level 1 slots, 2 level 2 slots, and 2 pack slots, so I'll throw all of them.
As Eki, you see magic start ripping itself out of Darian, a blue mist coming off his skin as it starts shooting into the distance as a massive typhoon starts to swirl above. The wind starts to pick up, and just a wall of rain comes pouring out of the sky. Can I get an athletics check from the two of you? Not Eki. Darren, you have
Okay.
disadvantage at this.
Oogity.
Oh,
Athletics
yeah,
check.
that's such a strong suit of mine.
Eki, you manage to catch yourself, but you see Darian slammed to the ground by the first just blast of water that hits.
Becky will, excuse me, Becky will bend over and offer him a hand and say, was prepared for bad things from growing up.
Darian will take a hand and,
Okay.
yeah, just didn't expect that much water. Just, like, brushes himself off.
Y'all cannot
does this
see more than about 3 feet in front of you. That's how heavy this water is coming down.
Maybe I
Didn't
overdid it
know
slightly.
you did things like that.
Neither did I. There's a lot of things that happened here that I'm still learning, but unfortunately can't do this outside of this place, so I'll leave the water to Syl.
So, question: is it raining everywhere now, or just the spot they wanted?
Inside the Whispering Wood, it's running
No,
everywhere.
Darian, I have a question for you. Kind of look him over, make sure he doesn't look more hurt than he normally does. Do you know where Rufus is? He came back here when he couldn't not be mad. Is he here and okay? He might not like getting rained on like this.
That is a good point. Lyral, do you know where Rufus is by any chance?
You would be able to find it easier than myself.
Can I sense where he is?
As you attempt to focus in on Rufus, you do, to a degree, sense where he is. It's hard as there seems to be a lot of disturbance around where he is, but he is in the remains of the town hall.
Oh, goody. So, good news and bad news. He's probably covered from the rain, so that's, well, some of the rain at least, so that's nice. Bad news, he's in the building.
He's just going to grab Darian's hand and start running towards the building. It's a thing for dogs being hurt, so run after him. Start running like we should move quickly. I think with this much rain, it will put stuff out, but check on Rufus and whoever else is in there.
As you are running forward, the two of you immediately notice with the downpour of rain, the fire has been squashed. It might still be smoldering down there, but it looks like the worst of the flames have been put out, and with how heavy that water is coming down, the fire is struggling to reignite and really start to catch. So that problem seems to be have dealt with. You're pretty sure, though, when the wall of water came down, the already damaged building took more damage, as it looks like another section has collapsed. You see the individuals that were attempting to put out the fire are now taking shelter over near the treasury.
Becky's just trying to go find Rufus because she knows Rufus is. I mean, Rufus is big, right? So it's probably easier to spot, and she's assuming Rufus probably doesn't need to get hurt anymore. So she's just trying to drag Darian to go hunt down Rufus in the pouring down rain.
You're effectively running blind at this point, but Darian, you can tell vaguely where Rufus is, and you've been here before, so you have a pretty good idea of where things should be, even in its new state. So, with your assistance, you are able to help Eki pick her way through the remains of the town hall. It isn't long before you enter the room in which Avaris had taken over to do some of her research, and you see this room is almost gone. The most important thing you see is the roof is completely missing. And as you approach, you can see a drenched wolf dog, aka Rufus. He is standing, legs a little bit splayed, as if he's taking a beating from above. But his fur is absolutely soaked.
Darian will point him
Okay,
out
well,
to
then
Eki here.
Okay. I could probably just kind of go up to him and Rufus, I'd like to see if you're more hurt than the last time I saw you. Try and look him over.
Yep, you'll have disadvantage because of the low visibility and the fact that he is dripping wet. So his fur is kind of in the way.
We'll just use the hero point to get rid of the disadvantage so we can just try this normal.
Gotcha. As you look over, you don't see any new wounds. Rufus, just for the most part, looks soaked. What you do notice is what he's standing over, as you see a woman that has been knocked unconscious, and what looks like an owl that has been burnt to a crisp in her arms.
Is the owl dead?
You wouldn't be sure. You need to make another roll, but you can see they are down there.
Then if he wants to try and wants to get them out as safely as possible so they can maybe get somewhere that's not quite as destroyed as where we're at. But look at Darian, I guess, from under Rufus's legs. And Darian, there's a woman unconscious and something owl that was on fire.
Oh, that'll be Varus and Hermes. We need to get them somewhere safer. We can take them to the treasury. I think that seemed like it was intact.
Rufus, I'm going to move them. Okay, don't bite me, please. And she'll maybe try and start with Hermes to like kind of hand to Darian first, because he would probably be on top of the woman as close as possible, and then try and drag the woman out to pick her up and carry her to the treasury.
You see, as you are handed Darian, as you are handed Hermes, he is in significantly worse state than you have ever seen him. Most of his feathers have burned away, and he looks scorched.
Oh, Hermes, you've been through a lot. We need to get him somewhere.
I think would probably just be holding the lady in like the instead of like the normal fireman thing where she just slings someone over her shoulder, probably like the wedding night thing you always see in older movies. I don't know where I am, Darian. You have to lead and I have to follow you. I don't know anything about this place. I was here once with all the bodies in the alcove.
Yeah.
The woman you
That's
have
just
the woman you
Go on.
picked up is. Have you heard of the Varus? I don't think you've met her yet, have you?
No, Eki and Timmy were here for a really short time. They came in. Darian wasn't even here. We saw Hermes for a brief second. We met like the apple pie guy, the temple chick's brother or whatever.
Yeah.
And some cloud came out of a bottle, and that was it. Like she'd barely been here. Doesn't
Okay.
know anyone or
This
anything.
seems to be some kind of mage. She's wearing robes of black and red. You can see the scorched remains of a hat off to the side and a snapped staff. But she seems to have been protected by what looks like bones that attempted to wrap themselves around her, and probably what she was holding, the owl. But during that time, most of them look like they had been broken off, as it looks like she has another rib cage around hers, but the front of it has exploded outward, so all she really has is the spine and the sides. It is a mess, as you can see a number of wounds on her as well.
Should hurry Darian to see if I can start trying to heal them carefully, because this place doesn't seem to listen to magic like it does other places. I'm assuming looking mostly like a drowned rat. She's just waiting to follow Darian wherever Darian's gonna go.
yeah. Darren's running to the treasury, where I believe everyone else is hiding.
Yes, you are able to move within an instant, both yourself and Eki, into the treasury without even passing the other friends and ending up solidly within it as you see piles and piles of gold completely surrounding you, Eki. As you don't remember walking over there, there was kind of a blur, and now you're somewhere else.
Does Eki know like that for being a cleric or a magic user, is she able to guess that it's like due to or being fake, and she guesses probably due to like a wild magic thing or whatever's going on, or does she just not have any idea why
Roll me Arcana.
things are going so wonky?
As far as you can tell, it looks like there was some kind of massive magical blast that these two individuals were very, very close to. It looks like the witch had at least some time to react, trying to throw up some kind of magical spell to protect her, but it was blasted through, and the aftermath of it continued to damage whatever happened there.
You would relay that to Darian because I think they're inside now, so we're not currently getting torrential downpour on. I don't even think she would take note of the gold yet, but probably let him know about that. And as Darian, is magic normally weird in this place? If I try to heal them, am I going to kill you or myself, or then why do it? Or is it just that spell made things weird?
You should be fine. It's the magic I have here is I still don't really know how to use it, but you should be fine.
They had a spell that did this to them, the big spell. That was probably them doing the spell, or someone did it.
Yeah, Avaris was trying to fix and heal Hermes. He's been through a lot of things over the last few months, and she's trying her best to get him back to normal. And Syl was bonded to him, so I think something with the bond breaking might have done this, but I can't say for sure.
We can scold Syl for picking a really stupid time and not warning people about her divorce later. She should have been more honest. But let's try and heal them. And she's gonna just try and like slap cure wounds on the lady first before the Hermes, because she's seen Hermes once, but she doesn't know as much about him because Syl couldn't really help him, or she didn't think she could help him last time she met him. But probably try and start with the mage to see if she can at least get her not unconscious. This would be a start.
You start to push magic into her, and her wounds don't seem near as bad, and they quickly start to come back to. It's with a groan, and they still don't look all that good, but they do start coming to. Oh, fucking hell.
Becky's just gonna lean down, probably uncomfortably close to her face to try and look in her eyes. Just be like, look in her eyes, but and say, you will live. Okay, I'm gonna go see if the bird will live too. I'm just gonna walk over the bird and try and do the same thing. So we can at least get him closer to stable.
You start to press magic in, and the magic starts to take hold, but it's not having near as much effect as the damage extended to this bird is significantly worse. You see some of the exterior wounds start to seal up, but it doesn't do enough. You don't think he'll likely die as long as you stay on it and continue interlacing cure wounds and spare the dying. You think you can keep him up, but he's going to be in a rough shape for a while.
We will kind of share that and tell Darren, he needs a healer to just stay with him and keep healing him for some time. He won't die right now, but he won't be okay for a long time. It will take a dedicated person. Do you have one here?
Not above table, I don't think so, right?
You do. You have
He's still
Nero.
up. Oh, Nero, yeah.
He's actually up and around again since he got bombed during the last fight he was in. But he is up and about. He's here.
Can I
He's
summon
not a
him to
life
us?
cleric. He's outside. He's literally
Then
outside the door.
I'll go get him then. Yeah, I believe we have somebody. Let me go see if I can find them. Darren's going to run out and look around, see if he can see him.
Nero's actually looking at the door. Oh, Daddy, do you need something?
Yes, Hermes is not in the best shape right now. Are you able to do some healing for us?
Of course. You see his big black wings flap as he moves past you.
Oh, well, Darren will run back in.
As Eki, another individual, comes in, he looks almost like a tiefling, but he has these big bat-like wings coming out of his hips. He has no real pupils or anything, just these green glowing eyes, and he's mostly dressed in black and orange. How are they?
They won't die yet, but they need healing constantly to not die. What are you?
I am a healer. My name is Nero.
No. Yes, hi. What species are you? I
Oh,
don't
I am a
know what
tiefling.
you are. Just stare at him for a second. Tieflings don't look like that.
I don't look like the average one, no, but I am still a tiefling. My infernal heritage is a wee bit stronger than most. But we can go over that later. Shall we keep an eye on your patient? Or shall I take over while you go check on the others?
Whatever Darian wants to do. Trying to stop herself from touching his wings.
You see, he actually, as your eyes are keeping on them, he actually extends one towards you.
Oh, she totally got it up close. Like she just doesn't know what he is. Finds it so neat.
I'll set to work. As he crouches down, the wing shifting as he moves, but he keeps it extended so you can continue to examine it without too much trouble as he runs a hand over Hermes, magic starting to flow over the hand and out into Hermes. You can see as he's doing, his eyes start to glow more.
Um, I'm just gonna make yourself stop staring at him and put a mental note to check back on that later. And just ask staring, do we want to go look at the others? That one's awake. She'll be fine eventually, and your friend is watching Hermes, or do you want to stay here?
I think we should go check on the others. Avaris, how are you doing? How are you holding up?
I'll live. You see, she's rubbing her head.
What even happened in there?
Hermes said something was going on and there was going to be a blast. We didn't have enough time to properly contain it before it went off. He said it came from the outside. Is everyone all right on your side?
Yeah, everyone outside is fine. Well, mostly at
That's
least.
debatable.
Yeah, when are we ever fine? We believe something's happened to Sil's, one of Sil's bonds, and that might have been the cause of the explosion. Not sure why it came here, though.
It's likely locked onto Hermes somehow.
Yeah.
It looks like he did something. He didn't have enough time to explain what was going on before it hit. But he told me to try to put a barrier up. I did what I could to lessen the blast, but I didn't exactly have much time to react.
You did what you could.
It's a
I'm
good
just glad
thing
you're
you got
alive.
that Hydra heart. I'm pretty sure he'd be dead without it.
Yeah, I was wondering what you were doing with that.
Well, it's part of him now. The regeneration's probably the only thing that brought him through that blast.
Not the time or the place to ask, but I'm assuming you shrunk it down.
We turned it into a vial, part of a potion.
That makes more sense.
It reconstructed part of the interior of his body and helped lessen the temporal lashback he's been dealing with since he was brought back.
Yeah, I know he has to deal with this as well. Poor guy.
He's rather a sturdy fellow. His original master was quite the mage, so I hear.
Yeah, one of the best I know of. We've got Nero looking after him, but do you mind keeping an eye on him as well, just in case?
I can. Try not to get into too much more trouble while we're working.
That I cannot promise.
No, we never can. Everyone still should be outside, as I understand. I'm willing to bet Rue and Axia are still on the outskirts, though, making sure we don't have another incursion.
Yeah, I need to check on that as well while I'm here. But yeah, you take it slow for a little while, and I'll pop back and check on everyone.
Have you seen my step?
Not since I've come back here.
That will make things more difficult. She is going to reach down into her boot and take a wand out. This will do. She is going to go over to Nero and crouch down to examine Hermes as well.
Right, Eki, should we check on the others before we go back?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll head out and see who's out there.
You see Kaelin. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say while they're walking, I think was just gonna ask Darian a question, but if they jump right out, then she'll wait. It depends on how the world works.
Oh, we can
you
walk.
could just walk out. You do get away from the gold pile. As some of the gold makes a little fist and waves at you as you leave.
If you would just ask, is that normal gold or fake magical gold?
No, that's our guardian. He looks after the treasury for us. Darian gives a wave.
You would just wave at him and be like, so the guardian just looks like piles of gold.
Yeah, pretty much. I've learned not to
Okay.
question it. He's
That's fine.
he's very friendly, probably a little too friendly, but he's nice enough.
I'll wait to I don't. This is a weird place.
Yeah, you haven't seen the half of it yet.
I think this is where they're trying to convince the children to come to. Will they be safe here or will they blow up?
I I'd like to say that this is a one-off occurrence, but it wasn't that long ago that we had an invasion, so the plan is to bolster it a bit beforehand, so if people do eventually move in here, it'll at least be more safeguarded. Need to build some new structures, pump some magic into this place, get it up to where it should be, you know?
I don't think you should be pumping magic into things here. It's not good when we do it, or not bad, but you seem like you have a lot that comes out when you maybe don't want it to.
Yeah, that's one of the first times that's happened. There was a time recently where I pumped some magic into the forest and it made the forest grow, so...
I'll be back. Dogs are both in. That's a good thing, right? Yes.
Yeah. The very short version of it is out in the forest is kind of where it ends, and the more I can make it grow, the bigger the place will be. So
Maybe start small, maybe just see if you can fix a building or two and not everything. You might hurt yourself.
yeah, when things have settled down a little bit, we're not hunting a dragon. The plan was to try and find somebody to come here and build some structures, build some homes. But you know how it's been recently. We just haven't had the time.
Yes. Do you think, that's kind of walking out, do you think your elf is mad that you left them behind?
Um, I know Abby's been mad at me for leaving her behind for too long, so something I do need to consider in the future. I mean, not leaving people trapped here. I wouldn't want to be trapped in here, so.
Can they not leave? They're just stuck here unless you come and let them out?
I believe so.
This
Ruin.
place is a prison that looks pretty.
Well, I guess that's one way to word it. People are free to ask me whenever they want. They're not trapped here.
But you could decide they are. So are they really free to do things if you can choose for them?
That is a very deep question. Why don't we ask them while we go and see them?
Okay. Follow Darren.
Yeah,
As
we'll head
y'all
out and pop head out. Go on.
get out of the treasury and back into the torrential downpour, where you can see it's still going down. Everybody is sheltering under the edge of the treasury's roof, watching the disaster. That is the town hall at the moment. First thing you notice is your elk is here. He's sitting over with Rufus.
What? How?
It's
Did-
good
did you-
they're getting along. Last I saw them, they were fighting or judging each other. I don't know what they do. They didn't seem to like each other last time.
There's also a metal bear sitting with them, who makes a very different noise when the rain hits him.
Clang,
Just
clang.
gonna look at Darian. Why do you have a metal bear in the rain? Would it not rest?
I don't think he's a normal metal bear. That's Buddy. He's a little different.
You see the metal bear yawn.
glad you told me he's different because everything I've met since I've been with you all has been so normal.
You know, you're right. Part of the crew, I guess. He's yeah, Buddy is Buddy. I don't really understand him myself, but he's a friend, so
Can you make the rain stop now?
that is a good question. Can I try and make the rain stop?
You can't stop it specifically, as there is too much magic in the air, but you can redirect it off the city if you wish.
Can I try and redirect her into the forest?
Yes.
See if it
As
helps
it
it grow.
starts to raining, it starts raining harder out there.
There you go. Not stopped, but diverted at least.
Just seems easier to try and fix the mess if we're not getting trapped in a monsoon.
Yeah, I don't know what the drainage is like in the city. Um, who's around us at the moment?
You
Apart from the
can
animals.
currently see Kalen and Alistair are both talking quietly. You see Kippa's watching the rain. Pippa's just leaning against the wall with her head in her hand. Kenjiro looks like he went swimming, and Lirol's combing Kenjiro's fur.
You've met all these people before, very briefly, right, Eki?
I haven't met one. I don't remember who we saw. They were just bodies laying around when I came last time. I had just met So and Tammerlan, Jimmy recently.
Well, in that case, proper introductions are probably due. Should we go say hello?
Okay.
You see,
Yeah,
as you exit, Alistair is the first one to turn to you. Darian, it's good to see you. Is everything all right?
well, it is now. Hopefully, did you survive the? Well, not survive, but weren't anywhere near the explosion at all?
Other than Avaris, no one was quite close. Rufus was closer, as I understand it. And the
Yeah,
rest of us were out in the rest of the city.
we saw Rufus a second ago. He's very wet, but he seems to be holding up okay. Hermes was also in there, and he's not doing too great right now.
That is unfortunate. Was he expected to recover?
Well, we have Nero and Avaris looking after him, so hopefully.
I see. You have any idea of what caused it?
We believe Hermes did
We're just
something.
shaking our head, yes.
um, something happened with Sylvanas, and we believe Hermes has diverted the energy here to save Syl, us. Combination of the two.
That is worrisome. Will it interfere in your work? Or was the redirection successful enough to keep her standing?
She's okay. She's going through a lot, but I think she'll be okay.
Glad to hear it. What of your work outside? Is it still going well?
We had a slight detour. Currently in some tunnels made out of vines, but we're fine. Everything will be fine. Shouldn't be too long until we can eventually kill the dragon and then get a name for ourselves and start hunting for that assassin.
I see. Lady Silverhand would like to keep praise, but as far as I know, there's been nothing to update her on. Your investigation has been ongoing, and Lyril says you have been working on it as best you can. If you need any assistance from either myself for Kaelin, we are still here to give it.
I appreciate that. Thank you. On that note, it was very recently brought to my attention that some of you might have been here for quite a while at this point. Has anybody been wanting to leave? Is everyone okay here, or?
I think Pippa has grown a little bored, but she's been fine since her recovery, as I understand it. Kenjiro seems to enjoy the sunlight. And the two dragons, Rue and Axia, have been rather busy dealing with incursions. We are kept on our toes as smaller ones come through, but we haven't had any mass ones in a while.
That is good to hear. I realize I haven't been coming back here as much recently due to everything going on outside, but I'm going to try and make more of an effort to come back to double check on everyone, make sure nobody is eager to leave at any point.
The Earl has promised us, if it is needed, you can bring us out, so we haven't had too much problem. As long as you are alive, it is fine. It is only if you die it becomes a problem, and then one of us is to take over, as I understand it.
Well, lucky I'm not planning to die anytime soon, then.
I would prefer to not see you die, so try not to get killed. Now, who is your friend? I don't think we've met.
Oh, this is Eki.
Just gonna- If you're not with Darian and he dies, you won't see it, so you don't have to worry. If you stay here, you don't have to see him die.
Well, unfortunately, if he is to die, as I understand it, we'll know quickly.
Well, yes, but you said you didn't want to see him die, so if you're not with him, you won't have to watch it.
That is a fair point. Perhaps it'd be better to say I'd rather not see him dead. He's an old
Don't
friend of
look
mine.
at his body. Really confused. Well,
You
don't
are quite
look at
literal,
his
aren't you?
body when he's dead.
Well, let's try again then.
Oh.
I'd rather he didn't die.
Okay,
Is that better?
slowly learning to just stop while she's somewhat ahead. It's kind of nod. Okay,
My name is Alistair Hastings. And you? As he offers you a hand.
take a stand. They call me Eki.
I wish I could say it's a pleasure to meet you, though under the circumstances, it's just good to meet you. Yes.
Yes.
He is going to shake your hand. He gestures
Shake his
to
hand back.
the elvish woman behind him, who just seems to be bouncing on the balls of her feet. This is my friend, Kaelin Vanar. She is also here on behest of Lady Silverhand to assist the group with their current missions.
Okay. Hello. She'll just kind of wave.
She'll give you a nod in return. They don't seem to have much to add. Is there anything we can help you with, Darian? Or will you go back to your work?
Yeah, we should probably head back. Just wanted to, when we heard about the explosion, just wanted to check, make sure everyone was okay, so what we could do to, fix the issue as best we could. I'm sure everyone will do it anyway, but the rain that I produced was a little bit more than I expected. I've diverted it to the forest for now, but just ask Lyril to give me a heads up if it causes any problems. I don't know if it'll flood anything or I don't know. I don't know how this place works, so
It is currently
yeah.
creating a grand lake off to the west.
Oh. Oh, that's very nice.
You hear from Lyril just absent-mindedly in the back.
Thank you, Laurel. Either way, anything happens, just let me know, and I'll come back here as soon as I can.
Of course, my lord. We will keep you appraised of anything important.
Darren will give her a nod. Eki, did you want to check on Rufus before we head back, or?
Yes. Meet the bear,
I meet the bear.
buddy.
Darren will take your hand and just teleport us over there to save some time.
I mean, they're only like 20 feet away.
Okay, then I'll walk her over. I thought there was.
You know, can we just say that Darian still did that just because that's hilarious? I think that Darian's like, I don't want to walk 20 feet. Boom, here we are.
Yeah, just
I think that's
speed
amazing.
over.
I'm practicing.
But you see Rufus
Amazing.
is just dripping. He's got that, oh god, what is it? Effectively, the undercoat and the overcoat that's really thick, which is why Huskies don't soak easy. And they are absolutely drenched.
It's like my Pyrenees when he gets wet. It's really great. That double coat. That's really good. They'd probably just look at him and say, I cannot dry you off. You're not hurt.
He shakes his head.
I look him over especially. Whisper as much as you can in his ear. Is the elk being nice to you?
He looks over at the elk. The elk just gives him a humph.
Well,
Rufus
how did
isn't
you
sure
get
what to
here?
do then. You get the mental image of the portal you left open.
That'll do it. Yep. Are you staying here, or are you coming back with us?
He stands up like, you fucking dare leave me here.
That's what I thought. Oh yes, Eki, buddy, Eki.
The metal bear looks at you before sitting down and offering out a giant metal paw.
Actually, he'll go shake his paw. Just hold it that.
It is a massive
Oh, buddy.
paw, but you're able to shake it. Rufus tries to do the same thing, but ends up going ass over tea kettle.
Did you try to help Rufus up if she could?
It's
Rufus is
not
much
long
bigger
before he
than I
flips
ever
back
heard
up.
of him. Okay.
Very much the
Yeah,
air
Rufus
of you
is way
didn't see
bigger.
that.
Then she'll play it off like she didn't, as much as I'd be great at lying about anything. Take Buddy's hand and just, are you okay from the rain? Will you rest?
You see the bear shakes his head side to side.
Okay. This is a weird place, Darren. But the last time I was here, there were just a bunch of bodies lying around, so it's better.
You can also see there are now wooden people walking into the remains of the town hall and moving some of the damaged sections out.
I don't even think. Unless
Go on.
Darren says something, if he's not saying anything, because that's probably just something that they have there. It's a weird ass place.
They're very useful if that helps.
Did you make them?
No, they kind of came with the city. To give you a very, very brief breakdown, this place was a lot more majestic, a lot bigger, a lot fancier back in the day. A lot's happened to it, and yeah, it's kind of our job to build it back up. But yeah, we should go. I don't want to leave Syl for too long.
You see Rufus gives you a booth.
Darren will give him a good scritch and then flap his hands off to try and dry them off.
You see he starts to shake himself as water goes absolutely everywhere.
Oh, it's fine. We were wet anyway.
You see, surprisingly, you're not wet. Ecky's drenched. You are not.
I just have a bruise from getting pushed on the ground. Right. Everyone ready to go? Oh, I say everyone. You two, you ready to go?
Is
To the elk
Rufus
and Eki.
staying or coming? Is
Go ahead.
she would just want to check to is Rufus? She wanted to see if Rufus was staying or going because I thought the deal with Rufus was once he calmed down, he was able to move again. I can't remember.
He's gonna get up. He looks like he wants to go. Whether Darian lets him or not's another story entirely.
I'll let him, or Darian will let him. Be a good comfort for Sil, if nothing else.
Fair.
Plus, we can get him
We
next to a
check-
fire and dry him off.
We can bug Tammerlan. If he is just gonna ask, can we just check on the bird one more time with the healer that tiefling?
Yeah, of course, we can go double check
know
on him.
we're leaving.
Yeah, we'll head back and see how he's doing.
As you warp back over there, leaving Rufus and the elk behind, you hear annoyed elk noises, but you
When is he never annoyed?
see Avaris and Nero are looking after him. Avaris seems to be drawing magic circles around him, while Nero is keeping up magical healing. You can see some of the feathers he lost are already starting to regrow.
And above table, did we let Nero know that Sil had a marriage bond? Like we told them what happened, right? So they're aware.
Nero doesn't know, but Avaris knows.
Like he would want to just give Nero a rundown so the healer somewhat aware. And if that way, hopefully people here can somewhat piece together what happened at Hermes.
I see, I see. That would be quite the blast if it had been redirected off of him. It's quite surprising she's not dead. Breaking those bonds are rather not good for one's health, most times.
Yes, that's what I said, but I think Sil is too dedicated to hurting herself to die.
Do you know if it was a old bond or a relatively new one?
Assume old because Sil has amnesia, so I'm guessing it's from before she came here. Like, I don't know Sil that well, Darian.
I'm as knowledgeable on this as you are. Considering the context, I'm going to assume it's quite an old bond.
Well, then it really makes
Oh,
a wonder of why more damage wasn't done if that was the case. Those bonds are notoriously hard to break, especially once they have time to percolate.
how old is Sil?
Above table, I don't think I actually know.
No, you don't.
No.
No one does, because no one knows what's exactly going on.
I'll be honest, I don't really know with the amnesia and everything. I don't think she's ever really given me a solid answer.
Okay. So, well, when we left Sil, she was alive. Orback was taking care of her, and Timmy and maybe Tammerlan. I don't know. Tammerlan does. He might be doing drugs at this point.
Well, don't worry about Hermes here. We'll keep an eye on him. If anything happens that needs your attention, we'll let Lyral know. She'll let you know.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh, I'm not letting this old batty bird die just yet. You see Avaris cracks her fingers and starts to put magic over him. We've got quite a lot of work to do left.
Yeah, we'll leave you guys to it. We'll probably distracting you at this point. You ready to go, Eki?
It's my work phone. Yes, we should probably make sure everyone's okay in that other place.
Yeah.
Alright.
It is at this point, Darian, an apple pie is pushed into your hands by a hand made of golden coins.
Above table, I always forget his name, and I can't remember what his name
You
is.
named him. His name is Austin.
Thank you. I'm bad with names, okay. Oh, Austin, I didn't know you cooked.
He points outside.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Thank you.
You are given a pat on the head before the hand retracts back into the pile of gold.
See, I told you he was friendly.
He's very nice and capable of cooking. Don't know
I-
where his oven is though.
I think he got it from somebody else.
Or he has an oven inside of all the gold.
Maybe. Above table, how much pie is there?
You got a full pie?
For pie, okay. Well, should we go share this with everyone? I think people could do with a little treat at this point.
Okay.
Darren will grab Ecky's hand, and teleport back to Rufus and the elk, and head back out.
Alrighty. Before we get there, let's check on Timmy and Tammerlan. What are the two of you doing? Well, Korvac effectively has Syl in a chokehold.
Well, I mean, Timmy would just be getting that rest that he needs to get. You know. Not sure what,
Tammerlan.
not, sure-
Oh, go ahead.
not sure what else I could do.
Question: is the raccoon still around?
Not at the moment.
Oh, okay. So Tammerlan is probably like off in a off like by a off by like a tree somewhere, just like smoking.
I
There aren't
mean,
any
we're
trees
still in
down there. There's vines, but
yeah, we're all
Uh,
still in the tunnel.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. Sorry. I need to rephrase that. I pretty much stood like near one of the vine walls and just start smoking.
fair. It's not long before the pair return with a Rufus in tow, who immediately goes over to check on Syl. He's
Oh,
also still dripping wet, as is Eki.
The
Darren
fuck
and
happened?
the elk are absolutely fine.
Darren will hear in their head, "What the hell happened to them?"
Darren will respond. There was a lot of fire after the explosion. There was a lot of rain. Apparently, it didn't affect me, so that's nice.
You made it a torrential downpour, and currently the woods are flooding into a lake. That seems your statement is a little understated.
I was trying to make it sound nicer than it was, but think how nice the lake will be.
Why would you lie to them?
Not lying per se, more embellishing the truth.
He's lying.
Wasn't that just lying?
Okay, did I burn my entire magical reserve just to save the place? Yes. Did I know how much magic we produce? No, I didn't. But you know what? Everyone's safe. Everyone's fine, mostly. Hermes is not
Wait,
looking
wait
too
a
hot.
minute. Wait a minute. You need to summon a storm, and you didn't call me over. I literally have storm magic.
It was kind of in the moment thing.
We're
Oh, great.
inside of vines, smoking. How were we going to call you over with you and the vines burning things? Would you not just burn more stuff there?
My magic literally involves creating storms, thunder, rain, lightning, and using it for murder. So I was okay. That last part doesn't help my argument, but you know what I mean. And besides, I also just been doing this way here because I was bored, wondering what was taking you, also wondering what was going on.
I don't know what to say to that. Hermes looked like a roasted chicken when we found them, and
Again,
he was on top of a woman. He diverted Sil's explosion, and it exploded the town hall thing in the woods. Big boom, explosion, buildings on fire, people trying not to die.
oh
Lucky
great. So
everyone's
another day
alive.
for us.
It seems to be mostly settled there, at least for now. So I think we can focus on what's happening here.
Good. In the time that it took, was I finally able to get that rest?
Been less than an hour.
Oh. Well, how much time has been passing?
Like you're only like 5 hours into your rest.
Ah,
They weren't gone particularly long.
fair.
And he's in
Well,
an unfamiliar place of vines. Time moves weird for him. He's very distraught.
well, Darren will hear it in their head. Well, since everything's okay there now, and Syl is still being held by Korvac, might as well finish our rest.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I'm very tapped out at the moment after what happened there, so I could do with the rest.
You should sleep. I can keep watch. I had a rest.
Eki, I guess you'll join me on the watch since I don't sleep.
Both just
Yes.
why don't you both? Look, I'm already like part way through my smoking stuff right now. So why don't you two just rest? I'll handle the I'll handle the rest of this 2 hour shift, and then you guys can be up.
Are you allowed to be on watch alone, Tammerlan?
Oh, Korvac's still up. Korvac's still up, and Sill's still kind of whatever the fuck's going on with Sill. So I'm not alone for long. And besides, I say pointing in the direction. The only things that can come at us are coming from that direction, so I just gotta look in that direction.
Tamara will hear in their head. Again, I don't. Well, I guess I don't know if you've ever heard me say it. I don't sleep, so you're not going to be alone at all. Also, I'm pretty sure they can come from any direction. I don't know what the magical bullshit here is, but I turned in all kinds of directions when I was trying to get back to you, and nothing worked.
The small furry flower crown rodent thing was able to go in both directions, so maybe we can only go one way, but it seems to be able to go more than one way.
Well, Cyrus is
capybara,
gone too, so go ahead.
the capybara has only gone in one direction too.
We had left camp And the capybara didn't pass us, but it ended up at camp, and then they walked away and we ended up getting together. So in Eki's mind, the capybara has been able to go more than one way.
Because it came from behind camp, came to camp, past camp, and then caught up with y'all.
Oh, I thought the way it was described was it came the other way, that it didn't come from behind camp, that it came from the way that we had gone, because I know
No,
I thought Timmy was confused as to why we didn't see it.
it came from the other direction.
I'll scratch that then.
All right. Look, I just gotta look in that direct. I point in the direction where stuff, the reverse of the one way. So basically, it's like things are gonna come one way to this way. So I just gotta watch this way. And if it's an enemy, kill it.
Well, Timmy doesn't sleep, so Timmy will be awake no matter what. I can hang out. I don't care. I'll go back into a trance that's more peaceful than listening to you argue about this. And he's just gonna start taking off armor.
All right.
Fair enough. Nothing really happens the rest of the night. Y'all are able to finish y'all's long rest. And once again, the group packs up and starts moving once again. Is there anything y'all would like to do before y'all get all the way through the tunnel?
I look around to see if that stupid squirrel's still around.
You do not see it.
Okay, it's probably fucked off for now.
Eki would just want to try and check over everyone she can to make sure no one's got any remaining ouchies or anything that she needs to take care of before they head out. Make sure people have eaten and get Willow back into Bjorn, so on and so forth.
You see Willow is doing happy tippy taps when you get them back.
I mean, she knows Willow doesn't have to be in the Bjorn, but she feels like it's still a good idea for her to be in one. But make sure Rufus dried out, looks okay. If the dogs have had food. The elk, if the elk eats, she would try to feed it. Even if it didn't eat, she would still offer it something because that seems nice.
It seems to live off resentment.
Pretty hard for the course, but she's still gonna offer because it's the right thing to do. Even if the elk doesn't like her, she doesn't care.
It unfortunately does not accept your food.
That's okay. She'd even say to the elk, just know if you end up hungry later, you turn down the food because you're stubborn. That's your fault, not mine. And she'd just walk away and give food to others.
Fair enough.
All
But
right.
it's a couple days of travel before you'll finally come to a dead end.
Finally.
He's gonna put her
Tammerlan,
hand on those vines.
As y'all see, Eki gets swallowed by the vines.
God damn it, not
Wouldn't even
again.
say anything. Last time there was such an argument, she wouldn't even say anything. She's just walking up with Willow and Bjorn and just grabbing, just letting it take her.
I should also point out, Syl is hog-tied to Rufus's back at this point.
Probably a smart move.
Guess we're all going in.
Darian will hear. At this point, yeah, I think that you just dive in, and Timmy will just start walking right into the vines.
The next one
Small
to
round
go
family.
is Rufus, along with Syl, followed by Korvac and Tick.
Yep, Darren's going through as well.
I guess Tammerlan's the last one.
Oh God, we left Tammerlan alone by himself.
Timmerland wants out of the vines. He'll go through them. He's not going to sit there by himself in the vine tunnel that doesn't. He's the one who figured out it only goes one way. He's the only one who caught that. So I don't think he's going to just kick it there forever.
So to confirm,
funny if he did, though.
Tam, you are going through behind the party?
Regretfully.
Regretfully. You end up coming through another vine mound after a little while. coming back out into a very dense forest. You can see a little bit of sunlight filtering in from above, but not too much.
Oh, thank fuck! Finally.
Timmy will look around. Does he see anything of note aside from dense trees and shit?
I mean, there's the vine pile it just came out of, but that's it.
Is there like a path or
It looks-
something?
Nope.
It does look different from where we went in, though, right?
Very much so. This
Like,
is
at
a
least it
lot
looks
more
like-
overgrown.
Any
Uh,
ideas which way we're going?
He's gonna. Is there a tree that looks climbable, like tall, and maybe it goes over the canopy?
You can't tell if it goes over the canopy, but there does seem to be a lot of trees and very close trees.
He's gonna. No one here flies, right?
Tink does.
Tammerlan does. Doesn't Tammerlan too?
I think Tammerlan can fly briefly.
Tank will hear in their head. Hey, you mind flying up there? See what the hell? Where the hell we are?
Sure, you can go take a look.
I can take.
The tiny pixie is going to shoot directly up, as they will have a better time
Since-
in the thick overgrowth than Tamerlan's large wings.
I just
And since
followed
we
up.
can't hear Darian, or since we can't hear Timmy, Becky was just gonna point out, Tink flew away.
Eki will hear in their head. Yeah, I asked them to check out above the canopy, see where the hell we are.
She'll just share that with the party then. That way everyone is aware.
I figured they were doing something useful.
Um,
I really need that
Yes.
translator.
yeah, we need to find Leshy one day and have Leshy help. Yeah, because Leshy was with us, right? And then Leshy disappeared at some
Leshy
point.
remained
when we
behind
lost
with
Delilah.
the end.
Okay.
Yeah, but Tink said they were gonna make me like a speaker so I can speak out loud.
Right.
What was up, Tamerlan?
Leshy,
I was.
maybe? You don't know.
No. I was trying to say something, but then my throat like locked up for a second.
Okay. It's terrifying.
Yeah, I know. I hate being congested.
What you were saying?
Not gonna lie, I kind of lost my thoughts, so that ignore me.
That's fair. What is the party doing while they wait for Tink's return? Y'all can hear muffled complaints from Syl, still tied up on Rufus's back.
I go over to Syl and I poke them in the face like, "Are you okay?"
They are currently feral.
Okay.
Tamlin,
Don't worry, I think she's okay. I think she's fine.
Tamlin, I'm pretty sure I just saw Syl try to bite your finger off. I don't think they're fine.
In fairness, that's usually how they react around me.
Just let her chill out. You know. Anyone got any senses that they can use to? And this is to Tamlin. You know if anyone on the party has like a sense or something they can use to make sure we're safe here?
Technically, Darian can use it. Technically, Darian can. He's technically a paladin.
I can do what now?
Becky's gonna.
Ecky's doing what?
I think they're talking divine sense, by the way, Darian. Ecky's gonna let Willow out of her Bjorn and just see if she wants to sniff around, and if she smells anything, kind of follow the dog's nose if it goes anywhere.
They are going to get a good sniffy snarf.
I ritual cast detect magic.
Nose.
It's within a few minutes you see the doggo get something. And they point with their nose, becoming a dog arrow.
A pointing dog, as it were.
She'll head over here.
They start to trot off into the forest as you get close.
Yeah, Ecky's just gonna follow.
All right. So Ecky's left with the dog. What's the rest of the party doing?
Maybe we'll use their mind speed because I'm assuming it's not like beyond 120 feet, right? Where Tink went.
Unfortunately, yes, it is.
Damn, it's high ass trees. But Timmy will follow Ecky, and he's gonna check. He's gonna check how the weather is gonna be for the rest of the day, just in case something happens.
It seems to
He's a
be
druid.
windy, but that's it.
I'm using druid craft, so
I know
like,
what
is
you're
it gonna?
using.
Okay.
You
Oh.
also see there is a chance of rain later in the day.
Cool. But I'm following Ecky.
Okay. Tammerlan and Darian.
Yeah, I think at this point, Darian would follow, just to not be left behind. Just going to shout out to Tink that we're following the dog, so they know where we are.
I cast detect magic just to sense around to see if anything comes around for the next minute, and or if I sense the stupid squirrel.
Are you going? You still have like 7 minutes before that cast is complete. Are you going to stick around?
What do you mean? What do you mean? The cast time's instant.
So you're
You said you're
dropping the ritual
casting.
and just full casting.
Yeah. If the group's moving, I'll drop the ritual.
Alrighty, nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay, good. The stupid squirrel gone for now.
The squirrel wouldn't necessarily trigger on detect magic.
Considering it's a giant revenant ball of lightning, I figured it would.
No, that's not how that works.
Since it's a revenant, if anything was going to detect it, it would be
Divine
Darian's. Yeah, divine sense.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Revenants are undead, so
Detect magic doesn't detect magical creatures in the same way it doesn't detect wizards.
I thought it worked like divine. I thought it was like a spell version of divine sense for like pure magic.
No, it detects any active magic and whatnot. It doesn't
Okay,
detect anything that can cast.
Okay, never mind. My friend's been using a different version. Used the spell differently. My bad.
Yeah, if the squirrel is throwing lightning, you'll be able to pick up on that. But if they're throwing lightning, you'll probably pick up on the fact there's lightning being thrown in your face.
Right.
But
All right, don't worry. Don't worry, that squirrel. Once I find that squirrel, I'll just throw it into the abyss.
Yes, because that will definitely work.
Glad you agree.
I know.
okay, so the party heads off into the woods, following Eki. It's not long. It's a good half hour of following this dog that you'll finally come into a clearing.
Did Tink catch up with us?
No.
Concerning.
We'll take stock of where we are and we'll go back and get them if we need to.
Anything in this clearing?
You see, it is mostly empty, the forest having pulled back. There is a massive wall of just green growth. It almost looks to be a
We all know what's
hedge.
gonna happen. If there's a massive wall of green growth, you know what's gonna happen already. So it'd be silly to not continue that he's gonna go right up there and touch it.
As you do, you see it shivers as if it were alive before the hedge itself starts to pull back and creates this great hedge archway. The insides look very dark, but it looks like there's a path about 10 feet across.
So where are we missing in the group right now?
Tink.
Who's not with us?
Sill's
Just Tink.
also continuing to freak the hell out, so Korvac's trying to deal with that.
As long as they're with the group and we can all go through together, then we're just gonna use sending to Tink to let Tink know where we are and see if we can get Tink to get back to us.
Your response is, which way did you go? When I got back, no one was here.
She's gonna just Tammerlan or anyone, maybe Arian, can someone shoot something up in the sky so Tink can see it? Anyone have anything to shoot up there?
I shoot a firebolt into the sky.
And she'll use another sending and just, did you see the fire? Well, yeah, did you see the fire shoot in the sky? That's
No.
where we are. Tink can find us that way.
Hold on. Eki will hear in their head. And Timmy will go up to one of the trees and start climbing up.
Roll me athletics.
Eki will just, yeah, Eki will just say out loud after Timmy does that. I think Tink is back where we started. We went back and we weren't there. Now she
As I'm
knows
climbing,
us.
as I'm climbing, I'll tell Eki, if you could use send it again, tell him to look for the big ass red bug.
Becky is going to say out loud so Timmy can hear. She didn't see the ball of fire go into the sky. Do you think she'll see the big bug?
Timmy will respond. I mean, that one's a little ball of fire. I'm a 7 foot tall, bright red bug amongst a sea of green. I'm a little more noticeable, I think.
I think you underestimate how noticeable fire is, but okay. She'll say that out loud. She'll let the party know what she's doing, and then she will use sending again and let Tink know that Timmy is climbing out the damn tree so Tink can find him. To go up there and look for Timmy.
Okay, I'll fly up.
So I just climb up. I just climb up the tree. I keep climbing until I manage to get above the canopy.
Timmy, you see an immediate problem.
Okay.
You are in a massive, untamed wilderness. Nothing but trees stretch in every direction, save for the towering mountain around you, as you're effectively in a great ravine.
Well, this is not where we started at all.
You do see, more interestingly, where the hedge is, it gets me even more unruly. There's also a mist covering it.
How high up did I climb?
About 200 feet.
Okay, so I can't tell anyone about this. So instead, I'm gonna pull out my notebook and tie a note describing everything I see to my hand axe and just drop it down.
Roll me
That's-
D100.
Dropping an axe above everyone's head.
You drop
Roll
it
high.
off and you hear it spinning into the foliage. What will you do now?
I just chill out up here, hoping Tink can find me.
Gotcha. What's the party downstairs do?
Above table, worrying that an axe is going to land on my head.
I rolled pretty high. I mean, I don't know if they were asking for a high roll or even or odd. I don't know, but who knows?
Being that he
Um,
has no idea that Timmy just tied a note to a freaking axe and dropped it from 200 feet in the air, she's probably just hanging out, looking over anyone. Everyone's doing good.
how tall is the hedge?
It disappears into the foliage, so you're not sure.
Ah,
But after a moment or two, you'll start to hear a strange whistle. And then an axe comes spiking out of the air right behind Eki, missing her by inches and nearly catching Willow, who's standing right behind her, on the shoulder. The axe lands directly in between them and embeds itself in the ground. There's a yelp from Willow as Willow scrambles away.
What the hell?
This was after Willow. Axis falling from the sky. Good God. Check on the dog.
Well, the dog is now on the other side of the Clarigon. I'm not going near that side. That side's traitorous.
Darian's drawing his sword and shield and looking at the sky just in case.
I mean, anyone going to check the axe? I mean,
I don't think that's the first thing on people's mind, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as
very
a player, sure, I know what's happening, but as Eki just saw an axe almost hit the dog that she's constantly worried about.
It almost
She's
hit
more
Eki in the
concerned about
back of
dog
the
than
head,
the
too.
axe. Yeah, she's still more worried about the dog. Eki's accepted she dies one day. She's just
As
But-
Korvac and Rufus have moved off to the other side with Willow, they look ready for a fight as well.
I think Darian, while looking at the sky, would glance back at the axe just to get like an idea of what could have thrown it potentially. During the glance, do I notice the note by any chance?
Unfortunately, no. Because it didn't make it.
I tied the damn thing to it. What happened to it?
It
just,
hit
got
a
knocked
bunch
off?
of branches on the way down.
Fair.
It's not even under the tree you're in. It's like 3 over. So, as you're looking at it, you do recognize it to be what looks like Timmy's axe. He probably dropped it on his way up the tree.
Everyone keep on guard, but I have a feeling that might have been Timmy's axe. Might have fallen off when he was climbing or something, but be on the lookout just in case.
We will have to talk to Timmy about securing his weaponry better. He almost hurt the dog, and then I probably would have had to kill him.
He almost hurt you as well.
It's okay. I will come back, but I made the deal that if anyone hurts the dog, I get to hurt them. So it would only be fair. He hurt the dog to hurt him.
So, what do y'all do now that y'all have Timmy's axe?
think Darian would slowly shuffle over to
Say
a still.
near the tree.
Repeat that, Aki.
No, go ahead, Darian. Sorry.
I was just gonna say Darian would probably shuffle over to a still like shield at the sky just in case, and then maybe pick it up and just put it like in his back, like behind the his belt or his back, just so he has it to hand.
Fair.
But still, just keeping a lookout.
Can I get a perception check from Darian?
Oh, you can try. Not my strongest suit.
At least you don't have exhaustion at this point.
Yeah.
Darian, you notice as you're looking up, trying to stay safe, looking out for more falling axes, you see a sheet of paper floating off, maybe 100 feet off to the right.
Huh. I'll I'll try and quickly shuffle over to it while still glancing at the sky.
It's floating
See if I can
through
grab
and
it.
it disappears out into the forest itself. Are you chasing it out of the clearing?
Ugh. Darian will just say to everyone, I think I saw some paper fly off into the distance. I'm gonna go see if I can grab it in case Timmy's done something.
You think you should be going places alone here?
Probably not, but I'm very curious.
I mean, if Timmy's dead, his body will probably fall out of the tree, right?
I think if Timmy's dead, he's not gonna write us notes.
That's
It's a
what I mean.
kidnapping.
What are we worried about?
It's a ransom note.
I've taken your bug.
Just watch my back, and Darren's just gonna like run.
It takes a little bit to find the note. It ends up falling into a bush, but you do manage to find it.
And
To
what does it
whoever,
say? Yep.
to whoever finds this note. Probably one of my, I'm assuming it's Darian because they seem to look like paper. We are currently in some sort of ravine. Lots of mist. No sign of Tink just yet. Sorry for the delivery mechanism. I didn't really have anything else I could use to drop down here except for javelins, and I feel like that would have been a lot more dangerous than the axe. Hope everyone's okay. I'm just gonna chill up here until I see Tink. Or I think for 10 minutes. I think how actually out of character. How long did we walk before when we left Tink?
Half an hour.
I'm gonna chill up here for about half an hour to let them catch up. If after half an hour I don't see them, I'll come back down. Cordially yours, Timmy.
Darian's gonna know how nicely Timmy writes, all the things considered.
Considering he just tried to assassinate a party member.
Yeah. I'm gonna screw
I'm
myself by saying this. What language did you write that in?
common.
Okay, that's fine.
I can write common just fine. I just can't speak common.
Maybe instead of like a microphone box, we need to just get you like a whiteboard.
I have a book of limitless note paper.
Ah, there you go.
I can write everything down. It just it's a bit of a faff,
Yeah, that's fair. Darren's gonna look at the note, wonder what the hell, like why the hell there was an axe attached to it, and then make his way back.
Easy enough to get back. You weren't that far away.
Okay.
Still no sign of Timmy.
Yeah. Yeah, Darian will just relay the note off to the group. Looks like we're waiting here for a while until they hopefully come back.
Do you hear from Korvac?
Why did we need that note? What was the point of the note? We knew Timmy was going up the tree to wait for Tink. We knew it took us a half hour to get here, so we knew Tink was going to be a little while. What was the point of throwing an axe at our heads?
I also described our surroundings.
We're not coming back at first. That's what she's gonna say.
You also hear from Korvac. We also need to worry that Tink has no way to follow us.
Yeah, I have been a little concerned about that.
I thought the plan was if Tink isn't able to find us, we go back to where we were. Just gonna look over at Willow and just like, Willow, are you able to smell Tink and be able to find her?
They shake their head. Because there would be no
Which
scent
way?
here to follow Tink. If you can get back to where Tink was, they might be able to follow the scent. If Tink was near the ground. Problem is they're flying.
Well, I mean, if Tink was able to find her way back to the camp. Becky's serious. If Tink can't find us here, we can go back to North Camp, back to where we came out at, and we can use another thing of send a message and say meet there. Hoping that this works so we don't have to backtrack and retrack and backtrack.
I think it may be best if either Willow or Rufus leads us back to the original spot. Some can stay here and wait for Timmy, or we can go on ahead.
Just going to exasperate it, say, like, we should have just stuck together at the beginning instead of having to go off.
Agreed.
I will go and then just say, look at Willow and say, Willow, can you take us back? Can you take me back to the camp, please? And I'm going to send a message just to Tink, to not burn all of her spell stuff, and just say, Tink, please meet myself and Willow back at the camp, and then we'll, or not the camp, where we came out at, and will guide us all back to where everyone is. Please.
So you're sending message? Message isn't going to reach. Message only goes like 150.
She's using sending.
Oh, okay. I thought I
Using
heard
sending.
message.
I don't have
My
message.
apologies.
I have to use. No, she's sorry. I mean, she's sending a message, but I don't have message, so I've got to use spells to get this to Tink.
Oh, okay. I'll be here. It's very dark.
I don't
But
believe I can respond to that without using more. So, but she'll ask Willow to lead over there.
Willow is going to go along. Rufus looks like he wants to go along too. But as he is currently watching Syl, Korvac does look to Darian. Will you keep an eye on Syl?
Yeah, will do. I'll stay behind and keep an eye on her. Make sure nothing else happens.
He nods, and he moves off to follow Eki to make sure there's at least some muscle with her as well. Are you okay with that, Eki?
Oh no, she's fine with it. Eki never cares if people come with her, really.
He remains mostly
More worried
quiet.
about finding Tink.
It takes a good half hour to wind your way back through the forest to see a Tink sitting and weaving some leaves together, just watching the dark. They look a little wide-eyed.
She'll let Tink know. She'll announce. I'm sure Willow got him first, but she'll announce her. They're there. Just.
Oh, good, you're here.
and Cork
Um,
are
There's
here.
something here. We should leave now. Quickly.
Okay, Willow, we should go back quickly now. She'll just like put her hand out to Tink and say, whoever you want to ride with, you can. If you don't want to
She
ride,
zips over and lands on your shoulder.
okay. She'll let, I guess, before that, maybe help keep an eye out. I'll watch Willow and Tink if you'll watch for things attacking us, like the eyes before.
There's a nod. It's
He has
Korvac.
not forgotten the weird eyes she saw.
You see Korvac is on guard. He hasn't drawn his weapon, but he looks very much ready. And there was some kind of shadow moving around. I didn't get a good look at it, but it was out there. It was watching. I didn't like it.
Becky will fill Tink in on what Timmy wrote in the note, so Tink's at least looped in on what Timmy tried to drop on their heads.
I see.
See if it matches what she's seen when she flew up, maybe, like if she's also realized that we're in a ravine or darkness or anything like that, or
We're definitely in a ravine, but there seems to be a lot of unruly forest. The mist makes it hard to see, at least too far.
the hedge where we stopped at just opened when I touched it. Does it by chance look like a dragon's lair around where we are?
Well, I believe green dragons are able to control the forest. Around their den, I think it's a couple miles, they're able to make some kind of great maze as the forest bends to their will.
Oh, great, a hedge mage. Maze.
We'll just kind of nod our head and note that, well, perhaps when we get back to the others, you could fill everyone in on what you know about the mazes or things they can do to the forest. I hope between Willow's wonderful nose and Rufus will know some direction, but I worry we'll get lost.
I think that's the point of the hedge maze. It's filled with magic, so I don't know if we'll be able to trust sense when we get in there. It's meant to help people get lost. Force people to get lost instead of help, I suppose.
And I suppose we won't have any choice but to go through it. I don't think I'm strong enough to dispel a dragon's magic.
It's not really
Unless I
magic,
can
it's
try
just
that.
what innately happens around their lair once they've been there for a while. I don't think it's possible to dispel.
Was what I was thinking. I don't think any of us have the ability to change the forest. We will just have to try and hope that maybe it's on our side a bit, or that the dragon wants to kill us enough to let us find them.
Here's a nod from her as they are going to continue along with you, riding on your shoulder.
I think he's kind of worrisomely looking at Willow since she's so hell bent on fighting. She's just worried that she's gonna go try and fight a dragon and get murdered.
Willow's right next to your feet, keeping on guard, making sure nothing's gonna jump you. Is there leading back. But after another half hour passes, you're able to make it back. During that time, Timmy, your half hour has passed. Do you head back down? No sign.
Yes, I do. I do climb my way back down.
As you find Darian, Tammerlan, and Rufus. No sign of Eki or Korvac.
Darian will hear that. Where'd Eki and Korvac go?
They went back to find Tink. I assume they're okay. As an aside, why did you throw an axe at us?
Well, I didn't really have anything, heavy to help the note fall down. I mean, you got the note, right?
Yeah, I got the note in a clearing, like all the way over there, after it almost impaled the dog.
Oh shit! Sorry, I tried to drop it straight. It must have hit a branch and got some spin on it.
I don't think I'm the one you need to apologize to. Just be more careful in future, maybe.
Yep. I need to start carrying around some bags of sand or something. I need something with
Yes, 'cause
heft
a
that
bag
won't
of
hurt.
sand from 200 feet would not hurt anyone. It's not.
I mean, a small one. Yeah, I've been hit with those before.
At terminal velocity?
From a 200-foot drop.
Yeah.
You can
They
kill
move so
somebody with a
fast.
penny if you hit them at terminal velocity.
200 feet isn't enough for terminal velocity.
No, but it's still going to be going pretty quick.
You could have that graph calculator.
I'm just saying. I don't think it would. It would have bruised someone. I've been bruised like that, but
Actually, a
That's
penny
it.
reaches terminal velocity after 50 feet. So yes, it would be.
50 feet.
Apparently.
Depends on the weight.
I've
Only
had
for
a
a penny.
hammer fall on me from that height.
That's
I've had a
what a
hammer
penny
fall.
does.
Oh. Well, I've had a hammer fall on me from that height, and it hurt, but it was fine.
A human body is 1,500 feet, apparently.
Yeah, humans have a higher terminal.
Yeah. So 1,500 feet in 12 seconds is wild. I thought it'd be way quicker than that.
But either way, that's gonna hurt. If it hits somebody on the head, that's brain damage.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, fair.
If it hits them on the
But I
shoulder,
had-
that might dislocate or break a bone.
Okay, I'll just make like a dozen of them and ball them up and hope they fall. Next time I do something like this, I'll just ball them up.
Just climb down! Anyway. What are y'all gonna do while you wait for Eki and Core back?
Timmy will look at the hedge. The hedge is still open, right?
Yep.
Timmy will kind of look inside there. He's not crossing the archway. He's just looking inside, kind of craning his neck. Darren will hear. You think this is a maze? I hope this isn't a maze. I hate mazes.
I could not tell you, to be honest. Always go right. Isn't that the way to do it?
Or left.
Yeah,
Or left.
I always heard go left.
Can I just? Hey, I'm so sorry. I just have to say above table because I had to run some numbers really quick. If you had about a 1 pound bag of sand dropping from that feet, it would be somewhere around 240 joules, right? Like 200 feet drop.
Mm-hmm.
That's somewhere close to the same damage that a 22 long like rifle would do. You could kill someone around 200 joules worth of energy. So with its falling energy, you would basically be hitting someone with the equivalent of like a rifle shot. Would be what a 1 pound bag of sand would do. Somewhere around there. I don't know if 240 is accurate for joules. It could be higher. I
Oh
have
boy.
not messed with any type of physics in a long time. I got really on that tangent. I'm sorry.
Okay, no,
Needless to say,
no.
apologies.
I just calm down. I'm a strong bug. I can climb up and down this thing.
Yeah, you could.
I didn't even think about it. I just thought, okay, I'll just because I'm so used to just dropping shit from on top of ladders and stuff to people below to pass them shit, and I didn't think about that at all.
Oh, good lord. But yeah, anything I would like to do while y'all are waiting?
Nothing in particular, I don't think. Just keep an eye on Syl and watching the trees rustling. Make sure Timmy doesn't wander off.
I'm not the one you have to worry about wandering. That's terrible.
We do have
Oh,
to
no,
worry about
Tammerlan's
your
more
giant birds, evidently.
Yeah, Tammerlan's more contemplating about just lighting the forest on fire at this point because it's pissing him off.
And what did Eki say?
But now we just have to worry about Timmy trying to kill us all with axes.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, where is my axe, by the way? Darren will hear.
Oh, I've got it here for you, and he'll
Oh.
hand it over.
Ah, thanks. And Timmy will just kind of slide it back into his little holster next to my little hands.
Casual attempted murder.
Question: how pissed do you think Syl would be if I just started lighting the forest on fire?
Timmy will just slowly look over at you.
Look, we're wasting enough. Look, we've wasted enough time in this place, and it's taking forever. At this point, I think we just need to slash and burn our way through this place.
Tammerlan, I lived most of my young life with a fire giant, and even he was less pyro than you.
I'm not pyro. I'm getting tired of how long this is taking. I mean,
Do
I'm
I
burning
see-
through.
Go
I'm
on.
burning through almost all my drugs at this point, and I still haven't found my good stuff.
Maybe take this as an opportunity to get clean.
I tried. I tried. I kept vomiting blood afterwards. Wait,
Dan's
whatever
here.
goes silent. No,
There-
in every time I was like, why'd everyone go silent?
Oh, to answer your previous question, I think they would be very angry at you.
Okay, fine. Do not like the four. All right, I'll make that plan like S.
Make that plan never. Ugh. For God's sakes, I set shit on fire all while I'm fighting, but even now I think that's a horrible idea. Darian will hear in their head. Are we sure it was a good idea to give them back their spell book?
Probably not, but at least they're useful that way, right?
I guess.
Also, as an aside, does Darian see Sill's beating stick anywhere?
Oh yeah, it's strapped onto Rufus's side.
I'm taking it off and hitting Tammerlan across the head with it.
Oh, God dang it! Even when she's out of commission, I still get hit with the stick for no reason.
Yeah, well, it's my responsibility to do this for now, so I can
All
do
right,
that
fine,
with good
fine.
nature.
Tamara will hear in their head. Would you rather I do it? And
I
No
need-
comments.
if a bug could grin, that's exactly the look on my face would be. My mandibles
Yeah.
make the approximation of a grin.
God dang it! Every time I ask for practical solutions.
I don't think burning the forest down when we're still inside it is a practical solution.
Have you ever done controlled blazes before? Wait, never mind. I'm using that term wrong.
No,
The term is controlled burn, and that's for clearing forests or preventing forest fires. You'd just be starting a forest fire.
Just in like one direction.
Yes, the direction we're currently in.
You're all no fun.
We're in a ravine, for God's sakes, Tammerlan. The fire would only go here, as I kind of gesture around us. It would be basically turning this whole place into a giant oven.
All right. Points been made.
In fact, the point needed to be made at all.
I'd love to see what happens if he starts the fire, because I already know what it'd be. But y'all are just gonna wait for the others to return.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
I think so.
waiting.
Takes another half hour before y'all hear Korvac, Eki, and Tink and Willow trudge back into the area. Willow in the lead.
Eki will hear in the head. Oh, good, you all are back.
Eki's not
But
actually
table, I
with
think
us.
Eki's listening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not actually able to respond.
Well, I'm glad you all got back safe. Should we start making it into this incredibly spooky-looking maze / hedge?
We can. There's something out here. I don't quite know what it is, but it definitely seems problematic. You hear from Tink.
You think we should fight it? Tink will hear in their head.
I don't know what we would gain from that.
Well, I mean, if we fight and kill it, it won't be able to follow us into the maze, and then we'll have it hounding us, whatever it is. Although we could also just go into the maze and it will probably lose us. I'm assuming this is some sort of magical maze that'll fuck with us. This is all the Tink, by the way.
Something of that nature, and it's probably the creation of the dragon.
Oh, that guy. Oh, shit. This is gonna cause some psychological shit, isn't it?
I don't know. I've never been in one. But we really should be on the move.
Well, I think this is the only way that we can go, so I guess we're going in.
Yep.
Let's maybe have somebody keep an eye out on the back, just in case.
Rufus gives a boof.
Well, in we go.
Rufus is then taken by Korpak and put in front. Because Rufus has Sil.
That is a good point.
So, anything you would like to do before entering the maze?
No, I can't think of anything. I had an idea, but I've debunked it myself, so I can't think of anything else we should do except for going inside this maze.
Anything from the rest of the group?
I think so. Maybe pull my sword out just in case, but you know.
As you'll see the mist start to close around you as you enter, going deeper and deeper into the dark. As y'all pass through the archway, you see the hedges around you shiver and the path close, leaving you no retreat. As I'm going to throw y'all in the maze itself.
Map change.
Map change.
Finally, it's
Spooky map
been so
change.
long.
So, we are going to roll initiative and have y'all move on initiative. Just because it's going to make the maze a little bit easier to deal with.
Do I had? I could have sworn I had a thing. And I have advantage on initiative rolls.
It doesn't really matter right now. This is just when the party. We are going to have Willow wait to move alongside Eki. Rufus is going to move absolutely right before back. So he wants to wait, which brings us to Darian.
So just to confirm that, I guess I'm looking at either keep on forward or going right.
You see, as you walk past, there is a path that leads off to the right that you pass by and come across a fork that can either lead you forward or to the right.
Darian will just quickly turn around to the group. Looks like we can go forward or right. Anyone have any particular opinions?
Darian will hear in their head. Well, I think we should stay to the left wall as much as possible. So I guess keep going forward.
Okie dokie.
Do note you're only able to move your speed.
Yeah, I'll just move forward. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Alrighty. And that brings us to Tink, who's riding on Rufus. Keep things simple. So I'll just remove Tink for now. Tammerlan. Willow back. So he's behind Eki. What will you do, Tammerlan?
Okay, I just realized I was this. Okay, I think something's wrong with my thing. I just lost my screen. One second, I need to refresh.
No, your vision isn't turned on. That's why.
Oh, okay. I thought my roll 20 was just being dumb again.
There you go. Does anybody else not have vision?
I can see just fine.
I'm good.
Let me check Eki since they can't respond. They have theirs. I don't know why Tammerlan's got turned off.
I can see.
Julia,
Years of drug abuse has destroyed their vision.
do note you are moving at your speed, Tammerlan.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll just start moving forward on my turn.
Next is Timmy.
Are we doing the double movement for moving through allies right now?
Yes.
Okay, then. 5. My movement speed is 40.
Gotcha. That will bring us to Eki.
Yeah, if he just wants a really quick check with quarterback if they're comfortable taking up the rear and if they're okay watching if Rufus is comfy.
There's a nod from Korvac as he is actually walking backwards.
Okay. Then once over at Willow, she'll move up her 30 feet. Didn't see anything out of any of these hallways, right? Like this one that she just walked past.
Not that you notice. So is that where you're stopping?
She's gonna go 25. I don't know. Hold on. I think she really is concerned about the hallway. Is kind of her weird thing. And she doesn't want to be too far from everyone, but she doesn't want something to jump out at them. So she'll just stay here, and then she's just going to like have her warhammer in her hand in case something comes out that she needs to hit. She's gonna hold on to that, and she'll just kind of trail back a bit. I would rather Rufus go in front of her, I think, in case something comes from behind, maybe. This way she's probably at. But yeah, that's all.
That will bring us to Willow, who's going to trot alongside with you, having Rufus and Korvac move up behind you. Which will bring us back to Darian.
Yeah, just keep slowly moving forward. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'll go here. Do I notice anything about the branch that I'm walking past?
It seems like it has a path leading that way, but nothing stands out.
Darren will just quickly change to Timmy. We still sticking to the left wall?
It's a tried and true practice. If you want to go that way, we can go that way. But we should probably leave some sort of marker behind, make sure we don't get lost.
From where I am now, I can see like the wall in front of me, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It looks like it's potentially a turn at the end anyway, so I guess we can see what's up there and then maybe come back if we need to. I'll just move the rest of my movement and wait for everyone else to catch up.
Tammerlan. Where you be moving? Timmy.
End turn.
Timmy, no, Nimmy.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm still here.
It's your turn.
So Timmy will go down this way. Actually, you know what? Let me stop here. I don't see anything here. So boop and boop. Yep, thank you. And my turn there.
Eki.
He's gonna use 5 feet and use an object interaction. Can she like mark on this wall?
It is a hedge wall, so no. There's nothing physical to write on.
Is it so? It's made out of hedges.
Yep.
It's a plant.
It's a plant.
Okay. Eki wants to try something really quick, and she's just going to let the party know. I don't know what's going to happen here, but I'm gonna try something really fast. She's gonna blight the wall.
Alrighty. You see the
In that,
entire
it's plant based.
the entire thing start to scream. All of y'all hear it rush through. The entire thing starts to quiver, and you see it immediately start to spiraling, pulling back the blighted section and recovering it with new growth as it is starting to press in on y'all a little bit.
At the whole wall?
Yeah.
Timmy,
And
Timmy will. Oh, go ahead.
It's not in the
No, go
section where
ahead.
Timmy is, it's in the section where Eki, Willow, Rufus, and Korvac are.
But we do hear the screaming, right?
Well, yeah, everybody hears it.
if he's just gonna nod her head and go, well, it's definitely a magical plant. If it wasn't completely magical, it would have all died. So she'll just kind of nod her head, like, yep, okay. And then she'll go 10, 25, 30, she'll go to here, and then that's it.
Willow is going to rush this way as our Korvac, and Rufus, as Rufus is going to jump over you, getting all the way over here as best as he is able. He's having to squeeze, letting Korvac through, as there is an issue. As the ground pushes in, all of that slams shut.
It will be harder to get lost now that that is gone.
Timmy will look back at Eki and say in their head, "Yeah, but now we don't know if those paths were the right one."
We didn't know before. We weren't going to know no matter what. If we're sticking to the left, we just continue on. I wanted to test to see what it would do.
Oh, for God's sakes!
As we're rolling this, because we're actually doing the combat, and something comes around the corner, drawn in by the screams.
All right.
Oh, Eki, what did you do?
I could have just put down a note.
Not drop an axe on everyone's head.
True.
Yes, true. You just summoned the whole, the goddamn swamp thing.
I like how you think that it wasn't going to happen anyways. That's my favorite thing. You just thought we were going to wander through this freaky ass hedge mage and maze, and nothing was going to come out and attack us. We're just gonna be in turn order walking. That's all.
I mean, I assumed we would stumble upon it, not draw it to us.
Alrighty.
No, we're fine.
I need the second roll from Timmy.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have advantage? Actually, what's giving you advantage?
My instinctive pounce, not instinctive pounce. What do you call it? Well, where is it? It's here somewhere. Feral instinct.
Fancy barbarian stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, barbarians get advantage on an initiative at 7th level.
Nice.
And we're 8th level. E.
Do I need to roll again?
Do you have advantage?
No.
Then no.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll. Timmy, you go up a little bit, I think. Yes, you do.
I only see the group initiative for Eki. So
Yeah, that's why I was curious.
Yeah, no, everybody
It's
else
weird.
is
It did
recommended.
just show me, but everyone's changed.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah, I'm
Usually
the
it
same
sho-
place I was before.
Yeah, usually it shows everyone's role. Like the
Yeah,
initially
it
it was
didn't roll
Eki's.
anyone.
Why isn't it rolling? That's really weird. It didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, so that would be so that 11 would only be my first roll.
Yeah, give me a second because it didn't update like it should have. Something's not working right. Give me a second, see if I can fix it. My config. Again. Something's not working right. One moment, please. I'm gonna retry setting up the API. See if that works. Alrighty, let's try this again. What's going on here? Why is nothing working? Can I roll save still? No saves. What? There we go. Okay. Eki, no, not Eki. Timmy, you got an 11, and that's a bring you up to 11. There we go. So, Eki, you are the first one to be able to go.
Yeah, Becky's gonna, I guess, step here for 5. She just wants to ask if it's up by Tammerlan or past Timmy, or she doesn't see it yet, but she knows it's here, right?
You can hear it being angry around the corner.
Yeah, she was trying to figure out if it was angry around Tammerlan's side or angry around Timmy's side. That's where she's trying to figure out. I don't know if Timmy or anyone sees it.
I mean, it's making angry noises and it's just around the corner from Timmy. So yeah, I see it.
Are you going to tell Eki that it's past you or no?
It's
See
right.
what she does.
Eki will hear in there. It's right. It's right in front of Tamberlin and Rufus. It's in this hallway to the right of me.
Okay. He can see this spot. So she's gonna use a blessing and bebop over there real quick. And just whoop. Okay, hello, Tammerlan. Here next to him real fast. So that's bonus action, which gives her the fun resistance thing. If I can find your shield.
As you see a giant moving
it's been a
mass of
while.
vines coming for you.
She's thinking to herself, these damn vines. She's not a fan of them. What is the shield? Sorry, I'm trying to find a little shield I used. I just don't see it.
You used the blue one, right?
Yeah, I don't see the blue one though for some
might not have
reason.
that
I see
one.
like a silver ones.
I might not
This
have
one.
that
Is
one.
this okay for you then?
Yeah, that works.
Just so we know that it's just for one round anyways.
Yeah.
All right, so she walked 5 feet, so she'll go 10. She wants to give people room. Can she
No,
step over here or no?
you wouldn't be able to get around
Okay.
the corner fast.
All right, then that's fine. She's gonna reach out and touch it.
It is going to attempt a Constitution save. Does it have disadvantage, or is it just maxed?
If it's plant-based, it has disadvantage, yeah.
Plant-based. There's disadvantage and deals max. Okay, I knew it was something like that. Con save. It fails. I don't even roll the disadvantage. It is going to take 8 times 8 is 64. So 64 plant damage. They're necrotic.
And that's all. That's all she's going to do.
Alrighty.
That's it.
That brings us to this thing, as it is going to try to fisticuff dear Eki.
That's fair. Should have just pump it full of necrotic damage, so can't get that.
That is going to be a 10. The first one you managed to dodge, but the second fist comes down for a 23, slamming into you from above, dishing out 19 damage. But I think you said you resist, bringing it down to 9.
Yeah.
That brings us to Willow. Willow's a dog. Willow's like, I got you, boss. He's gonna sprint this way, coming right up to back you up. Because they're gonna go for the bites. They have pack tactics, so they have advantage. That is 17 and 23. Both of them are going to hit, as they are going to bite for a total of 15 damage. And anything else from your doggo? Doggo attempts to trip. So strength save.
Is Eki able to point in between her legs to see if Doggo can go in between her legs?
It's too
open
big,
room?
unfortunately. As it is a medium creature. And they are going to they save. So the dog is then going to take disengage action to back up over here. Their bonus action. Because they have a nimble escape. Alrighty. That will bring us to Korvac,
Fancy
who can only
dog.
move up here. But they can't move any further. Because they're kind of trapped. Bringing us to Tammerlan.
Okay, let's see if I remember correctly. These things are basically immune to most of my spells. Yeah, if I remember correctly, fire does half, lightning does nothing. So let's see what I can hit him with. Okay, yeah, most of my spells will not work on this thing, so I'm going to go ahead and cast Bless on Darian, Tim, and Eki.
Gotcha. I always forget Tamerlan's part cleric.
Why am I on GM rolls? Stupid system. Oh wait, no, I was dying last battle. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, I only cast at first level, so I give it to you 3, so you can hit this thing harder.
Thank you.
I would give it Korvac, but I don't think he can fit down the hallway.
No, he's kind of trapped in the back.
Yeah, so is Rufus too. So Tamlin's just going to step 1 back and end his turn.
Gotcha. Make sure you put concentration on your token.
Is this technically the first round or the 4th round?
First round.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I didn't know if we switched initiative. If we went to a
Effectively,
new
I
initiative
reset the
or
initiative when you go back into a new combat.
Gotcha.
That's going to bring us to Rufus, who's just kind of stuck. So he's going to dodge, try to keep Tinkin still safe, bringing us to Timmy.
All right, Timmy will head right over here. He's gonna rage. I don't have to ruin the group bigger, but I'm still gonna get the damage and everything. I'm blessed, right?
Yes. Make sure you put the bless
Yes.
token on your token.
Yeah. So let me just do that on, and then where are you? Bless, 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 bless. There you are. Bless. Did we figure out if this thing had like an elemental weakness? I know it's resistant to fire.
It's resistant to fire and it's immune to lightning.
Resistant to fire, immune to lightning. All right, so I'm going to. Was it a bonus action to actually channel this? My elemental cleaver.
I think it is.
When
I
you enter
think
my
it's
rage.
I think it just works automatically.
Yeah, it's when I enter my rage. So I'm going to channel. I'm going to channel the element of acid into there.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack this thing recklessly.
Gotcha.
Advantage.
That is going to be a
11.
14, which is going to miss.
Ah.
As you slam down into the vines, but don't catch a good slice. As the shifting
Well.
vines make it a hard target.
Well, let's try that again with my extra attack.
That
There
is
we
going to be a
go.
21, which is going to hit. That is going to be 14.
Nice. Is there anything else I can do? I'm going to strike at the giants, this guy.
Okay.
On attack that hits, I can channel. Must succeed on a wisdom saving throw. Oh wait, no, this is for fire strike. The target takes an extra D10 of fire damage.
So you're using Fire Strike?
Yes, that's the element. That's the element of the giant I've absorbed.
I think you choose.
No, you absorb primeval might that gives you. When you take the seat, choose one of the benefits listed
Oh,
below.
so just delete the rest of it.
I can't delete the first.
Yes,
Oh,
you
well, yes, I
can.
can. Oh yeah, I can. I will.
So you do a D10 fire damage.
Yes.
So you do 1 fire damage.
Damage is damage.
Yep.
All right, so that's it.
Alrighty. That brings us to Darian.
Yeah. I can't really get in to fight this thing properly. So I'm gonna come up here. And do the reason why I picked Warlock, which is to shoot Eldritch Blast at this thing.
Yeah.
Because the last time I put something in the tunnel, I could do nothing.
That's going to hit.
That's gonna hit.
As you blast
Um,
into it.
Bonk. 10 force
10
damage.
4C damages. Which is going to
And
bloody it.
then, yeah, I think a second one at this level, right? Yeah.
That's going to hit as
19.
well.
11.
11 more damage for a total of 21. Good job.
Not bad for an Eldritch Blast, I'll take it.
Yep.
And I think I'll keep my bonus actions for now, because I don't feel like I need them? Question mark?
That is going to bring us to Tink, who is going to use their action to summon their buddy, and they are going to summon them in ballista mode. Spell's going to be over here. They're then going to use their bonus action to launch a bolt of magic, which is going to slam into the creature up there, dishing out 12 force damage, and shoves it against the hedge. Remember something. Give me a second. The hedge does not seem happy about this situation. I believe it is going to attack. Let me see. Alrighty, so it needs to make a dexterity save. That is initiative, not what I wanted. It is going to fail, and then it is going to take 1 piercing damage from the wall. That's it for Tink. Bringing us to Echo. Not you. Stop.
She's gonna try and she's gonna try and hit it.
Get it. Beat it. Beat it up. That's an 18. That's going to hit.
And she'll put the divine strike on it as well. I'll put it in the chat also, just for that fun
on
thing.
Each of your turns, when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can cause the damage to deal an extra D8 of the same type damage. Cool.
Yes, so it did not add it in, did it? No. So I was hoping it would, but it didn't like me. So we'll just go.
Let me add a thing on your sheet. Damage modifier.
Yeah, I added like a global modifier, but when I selected it, it didn't just add it with
because
it.
you put
so
it
I
as
might have
in the
pressed it
attacks.
more global.
Instead of the damage.
Whoops-a-doodle.
You're good. That's why I'm adding it now.
Appreciate it.
There we go. And that will automatically. So you do a total of 16 damage.
Yeah. And she'll just not use her bonus action. She wants to save some spell points. And she can't like disengage. Can't get around the corner, so she's just gonna hang out here, I guess. So what she's gonna do. And that's it.
Gotcha. Well, that's going to bring us to the mound. Who's going to try to beat up on Timmy? Timmy, you reckless, so I need your purple heart as well.
Oh, yeah.
That is going to be a 22 and a 17. I think both of those hit. Yes, they do. That is going to be a total of 20, 28, 31 damage, down to 15.
Can I also reduce some of that, please?
Yep. So
That'd be 12.
That goes 6 from the first one, plus 13. So it turns into 19, which goes down to 9. So 9 damage to take. However, it's not done yet, as Timmy has become grappled by the double hits. And then it is going to attempt to engulf the Timmy. Let's see. Oh no, it just engulfs. It's not even a save thing. As Timmy gets pulled into it.
These things.
Timmy is now blinded, restrained, and unable to breathe.
Well, shit.
Restrained and unable to breathe. Alright.
Butter Eki only got swallowed like twice last time we fought these things, I think.
The doggo's jumping up. It's just like, I got you. I got you. He's going to attempt to bite. Bite. He is going to get a crit and a 24, both of them hitting, for a total of 9, 12, 20. He's going to attempt to knock him down. Oh, that's the initiative. Nope, they're not coming down. Bringing us to Korvac, who's stuck in the back. Bringing us to Tammerlan. That dog's also backing off this stage.
I'll use Toll the Dead on this creature. Not Sacred Flame.
Gotcha.
Or perhaps someone actually rolled well on Sacred Flame. Hopefully it doesn't.
Alrighty. That is a dexterity check. That is an 18, so it is going to save.
Okay, he takes 5 points of damage.
From your potent thing? Potent cantrip or whatever?
Yep.
Cool.
Welcome to the entire reason I use these things, because having cantrips always hit, even half is good.
Yes, it is. As long as it's a safe one, not a hit. All right, that brings us to Rubens,
Yeah.
who's still just kind of stuck in the back, which brings us to Timmy. Timmy, I need a not a concentration check. You need a Constitution save.
Constitution save. 21.
So you do not take the damage. What are you gonna do?
Can I get my ass out of here?
You would need to attempt to break the grapple.
All
So
right.
I need an athletics or acrobatics.
Athletics, because that's what I would have advantage on. I think it's advantage. Advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
Strength check is athletics.
12.
You are not going to manage to break free.
I can't attack, right?
You just
I
use
couldn't
your action to try to escape.
Yeah, I know, but I couldn't have attacked, right?
You could have,
else?
yes. You would have had disadvantage, but if you reckless, you could have made it normal.
Oh, I thought it was restrained.
You are restrained. It just gives you disadvantage.
Oh, damn! I thought it was like I can't attack like that.
Ooh, that is incapacitated.
Okay. But yeah, that's all I can do.
Alrighty, that brings us to Darian.
Yeah. Ooh. Question.
Yes.
If I move forward and then Timmy does get out, what would happen to Timmy?
He'd end up in your square.
Okay. That's fine. I will do that then. So I can do some proper hits. And I'm gonna wail on it and hope for the best. Haja.
That's going to hit.
It's bloody, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, let's check a pack slot here, why not?
That is going to be 15 damages.
Yeah, and then try again.
That's
Woo!
really going to hit.
Nice.
Do I just chuck it? Yeah, I'm just gonna. Yeah, screw it. I'm gonna chuck a level 2 on it.
Gotcha.
It's a crit. I have to. It's the law.
You used a pack slot on that first one, right?
Yeah.
What level are you, Warlock?
2. It's a level 1 at the moment.
Okay, so you haven't moved up your pack slot. They're still level 1. Alrighty.
Yeah.
So
This one's a normal spell slot.
gotcha.
Spring Striker detect. Yeah.
Much damage, as that is 29, 31, 39 damage. Roundabout.
That'll do.
Either way, that's going to bring it down. Which releases Timmy, as it kind of oozes around Timmy. But, unfortunately, as we finish that combat, that is where we're going to end it for today, as we are out of time. Good job, you guys. That was a lot of fun. And for those listening in, I thank you for joining us, and I hope to see y'all next week. Ciao.